Lassen Late Night News. My name is Tucker Schall, and I'm here with Langslet and Christa. Where today we will talk about how one of our local entrepreneurs got to where he is today and how he did it. We will also discuss how our school is partnering with our local credit union to bring a Bite of Reality program to our personal finance classes. Lastly, we will discuss how the weather has affected flights and created an economical crash, vacations canceled, and families stuck at home for the holidays.
Earlier this week, I spoke to our local sports photographer, Greg Wallace, about how he has got to where he is today and what inspired him to do what he does as a sports photographer. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
I'm here with our local sports photographer, Greg Wallace, to ask him a couple questions about his business. Why did you get into photography?
I originally got into photography when I joined the Navy, and I worked on an aircraft carrier and was going to foreign lands all over, and I just got interested in it then, and I've had an interest in it ever since until I grew my business.
Did you think that your business would be where it is today?
No, not at all. I originally had no intentions of starting a business, but my pictures became popular, and the more people asked, the more it ended up going down that way.
So is people liking your pictures? Is that what made you start your own business? How did you start your own business?
I originally started when I got retired. I was young still, and my daughter was playing basketball here, and I wanted to get Sports Illustrated quality pictures of her, and so I bought some decent camera gear and learned a lot more than I ever knew about cameras and started taking her pictures, and once people saw those sports pictures, my business just exploded from that point on.
What would you do differently if you could give a new photographer or someone starting their business? What would you do if you could give them some advice?
For myself, it worked out pretty good. I don't think I would change a lot about the way I did, other than maybe learn how to use the camera better earlier on. For new photographers, I would probably tell them, for me, one of the most important parts was to not try to grow too fast and not accrue any debt. So as I did a job and earned some money, I would put that money back into the business, and so I never had any business debt, which for me has been really nice, especially when COVID hit. Everybody's all the sports ended, so it wasn't a purposeful choice when I did it, but it was one of those choices I look back on and glad I made it.
So what's one of the best things about having your own business and one of the worst things about having your own business?
Probably one of the best things is I kind of like my boss. He's an alright guy. And the worst thing is I don't like my boss. No, honestly, you're really dictated by the demand of your customers, and you're always trying to work hard to make sure they're satisfied. So, and there's some people out there you just can't satisfy, so you do the best you can. And so far, for me, it's worked out really well. People seem to be really happy with the products I put out.
What was the hardest part about starting your business, actually getting it going to where it is now?
Probably the hardest part was the business part of the business. Like taking pictures and putting pictures out and getting people products was easy. The business part of the business, like running taxes and all those things that go into doing it, which I'm still not very good at, but I'm learning. So yeah, the business part of running the business, I didn't have any business background whatsoever before, so that part was probably my biggest hurdle.
Well, thank you, Greg. Is there anything else you'd like to say to people trying to start their own career or business or try to become an entrepreneur?
For me, it was, I heard it a lot when I was growing up, but it makes sense now. Is find something you enjoy to do and find a way to get paid for it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg, for your time. Now we will look at how our very own Lassen Credit Union is partnering with our personal finance classes to bring the Bite of Reality program to Lassen High.
Could you elaborate on the Bite of Reality a little bit more for us, Christa?
Yes, the Bite of Reality is a hands-on app-based simulation that appeals to teens while giving them a taste of real-world financial realities. Teens are given a fictional occupation, salary, credit score, spouse, a child, student loan debt, credit card debt, and medical insurance payments. The teens then walk around to various tabletop stations to purchase housing, transportation, food, clothing, and other needs. Fortunately, the game also includes a credit union to help with their financial needs, which is why we are lucky to be partnering with our local credit union.
Thanks, Krista. It's always nice to see our local businesses reaching out and helping schools. I will talk about how flights all over the United States have been canceled due to the crazy storms and how it has affected our economy. As quoted, the meltdown that forced Southwest Airlines to cancel more than 16,700 holiday flights could cost the carrier between $725 million and $825 million. The airline said in a filing on Friday. The total represents about how much the airline earned in the first 9 months of last year. This crisis shows what can go wrong with a company that millions of people rely on, moves too slow to invest in crucial but unglamorous parts of its operation. So when you're planning your next holiday vacation, I suggest purchasing travel insurance. And I'm Tucker Schall.
I'm Connor Langslet.
I'm Christa Williams.
And you've been watching Lassen Late Night News. Thank you.
There we go.
I don't know. I kind of butchered the last part a little bit.
I know. I really messed up.